Welcome to ZoomInData, your go-to channel for in-depth data engineering, analytics, and modern cloud technology interview preparation. In this video, we dive deep into the top 25 Power BI integration in Microsoft Fabric interview questions for 2025. Perfect for data analysts, BI developers, and anyone preparing for Fabric, Power BI, or unified analytics roles. We cover seamless integration via OneLake, Direct Lake mode, including Direct Lake on OneLake advancements as of 2025, Lakehouse, warehouse connectivity, performance enhancements, governance, security, incremental refresh, real-time capabilities, and best practices, all explained in clear, interview-ready technical language to help you confidently ace your next interview. 1. How does Microsoft Fabric integrate with Power BI? Fabric provides native, unified integration where Power BI semantic models consume data directly from OneLake stored delta tables across Lakehouse, warehouse, and other items without duplication. Direct Lake mode enables high-performance, real-time analytics by loading Delta Parquet files into VertiPack memory on demand, blending import-like speed with direct query freshness. Shared workspaces allow seamless creation of semantic models, reports, and dashboards alongside data engineering workloads like pipelines and notebooks. Enhanced features include live editing in Power BI Desktop, Direct Lake on OneLake, and multi-item table selection for composite models. 2. What is Direct Lake mode? Direct Lake is a hybrid storage mode in Power BI that queries delta tables in OneLake directly, loading columns into memory as needed for sub-second performance. It eliminates data import or staging, providing freshness without refresh cycles while falling back to SQL endpoints for complex operations. As of 2025, Direct Lake on OneLake supports multi-source tables and live editing in Power BI Desktop. Direct Lake on SQL focuses on warehouse endpoints. Ideal for large datasets, it leverages temperature-based caching and V-order for efficient columnar access. 3. How does Power BI access data in OneLake? Power BI connects via the OneLake catalog in desktop or service, selecting Lakehouse, warehouse items for Direct Lake semantic models. Zero-copy access uses shortcuts for external data, ensuring single source of truth without duplication across Fabric workloads. Direct Lake loads Parquet files on demand, with automatic metadata sync for schema changes. Supports composite models mixing Direct Lake with import, direct query for hybrid scenarios. 4. How does Power BI integrate with Fabric Lakehouse? Lakehouse delta tables are exposed via SQL Analytics endpoint or directly in Direct Lake for semantic model creation. Power BI reports live connect to Lakehouse data, benefiting from Spark process transformations and incremental loads. Automatic metadata refresh aligns schema post-notebook operations, supports views for abstraction. Enables medallion architecture consumption with gold layer tables optimized for reporting. 5. How does Power BI integrate with Fabric Warehouse? Warehouse tables support Direct Lake on SQL or TSQL connections for high-performance analytical queries. Seamless cross-database joins Unify Warehouse and Lakehouse data in single semantic models. Materialized views and procedures provide pre-aggregated sources for efficient reporting. Integration includes CTAS, copy into for loading and Direct Lake fallback execution. 6. How does Fabric improve Power BI performance? Direct Lake delivers import-like speeds on massive datasets without full imports or refresh latency. Delta optimizations, V-order, Z-order, auto-compaction, enhanced data skipping and columnar efficiency. Result caching and adaptive execution accelerate repeated visuals and queries. Auto-scaling bursts capacity for peak dashboard interactions. 7. How does Fabric simplify semantic modeling? OneLake unifies data access, allowing multi-item table selection in Power BI Desktop for rapid model building. Direct Lake on OneLake enables live editing and automatic saves to Fabric workspaces. Built-in lineage and purview metadata streamline relationships and measures. Copilot assists in DAX and model enhancements directly in service. 8. How does Fabric manage Power BI datasets? Semantic models are first-class Fabric items with workspace RBAC, endorsements, and lifecycle management. Deployment pipelines promote models across dev, test, prod environments. Monitoring hub tracks refresh history, usage, and performance metrics. Git integration versions TMDL definitions for govern changes. 9. How does Fabric handle refresh operations in Power BI? Direct Lake eliminates scheduled refreshes for freshness, querying latest Delta versions on demand. Composite models support incremental refresh on import portions with range start, end parameters. Pipeline orchestration triggers upstream data updates, notifying Power BI readiness. On-demand refresh available for fallback or hybrid scenarios. 10. How does Fabric support real-time dashboards in Power BI? Direct Lake queries freshly landed data from event streams or pipelines without delays. Automatic page refresh, April, enabled on Direct Lake models for near real-time visuals. Integration with real-time intelligence routes events to Lakehouse for immediate availability. Activator alerts and KQL insights feed dynamic Power BI reports. 11. How does Fabric manage Power BI security? Workspace RBAC and item-level permissions control model, report access. Row-level, RLS, and object-level security propagate from OneLake policies. Sensitivity labels and purview DLP enforce compliance on exports. Entra IDSSO with fixed identity options for cloud connections. 12. How does Fabric integrate Power BI with pipelines? Pipelines orchestrate data readiness, triggering notifications or activities post-load for Power BI consumption. Semantic model refresh activities automate downstream updates. Parameterized pipelines pass values to Power BI queries or models. End-to-end lineage traces pipeline flows to Power BI visuals. 13. How does Fabric support incremental refresh? Direct Lake inherently incremental via on-demand Delta queries. No full reloads needed. Composite, import modes use standard Power BI incremental with date-time filters. Upstream data flows, pipelines apply incremental patterns to minimize processing. Change data feed enables precise Delta detection for hybrid models. 14. How does Fabric optimize Power BI queries? Data skipping and pruning via Delta clustering reduce scanned volumes in Direct Lake. Automatic statistics and adaptive execution refine DAX, SQL plans. Temperature-based caching prioritizes hot columns for faster visuals. Pre-aggregated gold views minimize runtime computations. 15. How does Fabric handle Power BI capacity management? Shared fabric capacity powers Power BI workloads with autoscaling and smoothing. Monitoring app tracks semantic model consumption and throttling. Direct Lake minimizes refresh overhead, optimizing CU usage. Reserved capacities ensure predictable performance for critical reports. 16. How does Fabric enable collaboration in Power BI? Workspaces support co-authoring of models, reports, and datasets with presence indicators. Endorsements and certifications promote trusted Power BI content. Git integration and deployment pipelines facilitate team reviews. Shared OneLake access democratizes data for self-service BI. 17. How does Fabric support embedded analytics? Power BI embedded with Direct Lake, GAR as of 2025, enables production apps with SLA-backed performance. Secure embed tokens and RLS integrate seamlessly with external applications. Direct Lake ensures low latency for embedded scenarios without imports. Capacity-based licensing supports scaled embedding. 18. How does Fabric integrate Power BI with notebooks? Semantic Link, SEMPY libraries query Power BI measures in notebooks for hybrid analysis. Notebooks write delta tables consumable instantly via Direct Lake models. %SQL Magic executes endpoint queries alongside Spark code. Shared Lineage traces notebook transformations to Power BI visuals. 19. How does Fabric support cross-workload analytics in Power BI? OneLake shortcuts join data from Lakehouse, warehouse, and external sources in single models. Direct Lake on OneLake aggregates tables across multiple Fabric items. Cross-database TSQL unifies structured and semi-structured data. Composite models blend modes for optimal cross-engine performance. 20. How does Fabric manage Power BI metadata? Automatic sync aligns delta schema changes with semantic model tables. Purview catalogs lineage, sensitivity, and glossary across Power BI items. TMDL format enables versioned metadata in Git repositories. Endorsements and domains organize discoverable content. 21. How does Fabric handle Power BI version control? Git integration versions semantic models via TMDL and PBIP formats. Deployment pipelines manage staged promotions with rule-based configs. Branching supports parallel development of reports and models. Sync excludes outputs for clean repository management. 22. How does Fabric improve Power BI development lifecycle? Live editing in desktop with auto-save to Fabric workspaces accelerates iteration. CD via Git and pipelines automates testing and deployment. Unified monitoring and lineage reduce debugging time. Copilot assists in DAX, modeling, and report creation. 23. How does Fabric support governance in Power BI? Purview integration applies labels, DLP, and audit logs to models, reports. Domains and workspaces enforce federated ownership and access. Tenant settings control features like sharing and embedding. Lineage and impact analysis ensure compliant changes. 24. How does Fabric reduce Power BI operational overhead? Direct Lake eliminates scheduled refreshes and data duplication. Serverless autoscaling removes infrastructure management. Unified capacity billing aggregates costs without separate licenses. Automatic optimizations, compaction, statistics, minimize tuning. 25. What are best practices for Power BI integration? Prioritize Direct Lake for large, fresh datasets. Use Composite for calculated columns, RLS needs. Implement Medallion architecture with gold layer views for governed consumption. Apply clustering, partitioning upstream. Monitor fallback queries and cache priming. Leverage Git, deployment pipelines, purview governance, and capacity metrics for scalable, secure buy. Thank you for watching. If this video helps you prepare for your Microsoft Fabric interview, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your network. Don't forget to subscribe to ZoomInData and hit the bell icon for more in-depth data engineering, analytics, and cloud technology interview prep videos every week. Drop your questions or topic requests in the comments. Let's zoom in on your success together.